Grab your friends, grab your wand, hide your creatures. It's time to battle. Welcome back to WizardPhD. It's Professor Lynette, and today I am telling you all about part 1 of this month's Brilliant event, Darkness Rising. As always, thank you to the Harry Potter Wizards Unite team for providing me with advanced information so that I can provide you with all the event details while we get prepared for this month's first part of the Brilliant. You can check out my October event overview video for the full scope of the month, but I'm going to read this post right here for Brilliant Part 1. It says, Witches and Wizards help return Brilliant Foundables from the Nocturne Alley during Part 1 of the Darkness Rising Brilliant event starting Tuesday, October 6th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. The Brilliant Foundables featured during this event can be found in the following locations. We have a poison candle from Wizarding Challenges. Now this is something that is in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and I've been totally into looking at reference text to be able to identify. So I'm looking at the books, looking at the movies, and trying to make connections to Harry Potter Wizards Unite in case there's some sort of clue that can help me. I'm currently running a book club for Order of the Phoenix. If you want to join, I'll put a link in the description down below. But in Chamber of Secrets, in the chapter at Flourish and Blots, we have an old wooded street sign hanging over a shop selling poisonous candles. Told him he was in Nocturne Alley. So, Harry Potter, you're in danger. Like, I can't even imagine. It's like, oh, Merry Christmas, have this candle, and it just like has poisonous fumes when you burn it. Can you imagine? Okay, back to focusing. From the Brilliant Portkey, we have Mr. Mulpepper's Apothecary, and it says in, if I'm doing my investigation also on the wikis online, a shop in Diagon Alley that sold potion ingredients. However, there was also another shop located in Nocturne Alley, which I'm sorry. I've been on these like little tiny conspiracies of like what could possibly be going on within this ministry, because I'm definitely on the ministry sus train for why we had the calamity. There has to be some reason for it. We have the London Five. I thought they were whistleblowers for something bad. My friends Lee and Zoe, Lee from Nerdly and Niffler and Zoe from Snitches and Witches, also have this idea that they could be spies. Anyway, all of that to say is that Nocturne Alley, there's some shady business happening. Then we have Task, where we're gonna have a giant black spider. Now I thought that this was an acromantula on first glance, but it literally just says giant black spider. And then we have 2 encounters, which are the oddity encounters. We have the Brilliant Poacher and the Brilliant Snatcher. Now, a Snatcher is a bounty hunter. They actually were formed by Lord Voldemort after he overtook the Ministry of Magic. I mean, can the connection to Voldemort be more clear? We're talking about Snatchers here. So, I don't know. I guess we'll have to take them down and return them back so that they can chase Harry, Ron, and Hermione back in the past. Is that what we're doing? I don't know. Regardless, those are the encounters we'll be seeing in the wild. Brilliant Portkeys are still 1.5 kilometers, and as a reminder, any that you collect during Part 1 will give you the Part 1 rewards for those Brilliant Portkey fragments. Don't forget to pick up your complimentary store pack, which will contain our ingredients for a tonic, Baneberry Bulbadex, Angel's Trumpet, Rumbinhorn, and 25 spell energy. If you're interested in spending gold on event bundles, we have one that has 5 keys and 100 spell energy for 450 gold, and then there's also another one that is 4 Barufio's Brain Elixir, 4 Strong Extimula Potions, and 6 Tonic for Trace Detection for 670 gold. And then if you unlock the bonus, then you'll be able to have access to another pack for purchase that will have 15 Healing Potions, 15 Potent Extimula Potions, 5 keys, 150 energy, all for 2,100 gold. Going through the pages on the task, the first page we have collect ingredients or portmanteaus 2 times from the map, my favorite task. For 2 Rumbinhorn, we have brew 2 tonic for trace detection for powdered dragon claws. So in preparation for this event, be sure that you have those 2 tonics ready to go at the event start. So when you first start playing on that page 1, you can collect those tonic for trace detection and keep on rolling. And then we have return 10 brilliant poacher for 2 invigoration draft. And if you complete that first page, you'll get 550 wizarding XP, you'll get 50 brilliant family XP, 2 restricted section books, and 10 spell energy. Page 2, we have earn 7,500 wizarding XP from traces for 1 silver key, earn 350 brilliant darkness rising family XP for 4 snowdrop. Now this has been reduced. It was 500. 500 was a lot. Now we have 350 brilliant darkness rising family XP. So return those brilliants. Actually, okay, I have some math, and major shout out to Shadella for helping me think about this in terms of multiplication. So we have, for brilliant family XP, my general advice is to place and replace the brilliant fortress foundable, the one that only has 3 fragments, so you'll get it from the wizarding challenges, you'll place it over and over and over, and to wait on placing for the encounters, and I'll explain why. For example, in this specific event, we have the poison candle as our featured brilliant foundable from the fortresses, so that only requires 3 for placing and replacing. Now, each time you get a fragment from a wizarding challenge, you're going to get 10 brilliant family XP. So that's 3 groups of 10 for being able to get all 3 of those fragments. Now, if you're placing it, then you would place it and you would get 6 brilliant family XP with a total of 36. So if I'm going to get my 3 and then place, every time I do that, I'm getting 36 per round of 3. Alternatively, if I get my first 3 and then I keep returning them, even though I'm full, I'll get 11 per successful fragment that I get. So every one thereafter will be 11 instead of 10. The problem is that then you're not taking advantage of getting 6 every time to reset for the 3 placing to get that going. So what you're going to end up happening is for every 3 after you get that first 3, you would get 33 instead of 36 because you're only getting 3 groups of 1 extra. So you're only getting 3 per every 3. You're only getting 1 extra instead of getting the 6 per 3. Does that make sense? So in general, it's better to do the cycle where you're placing and replacing the brilliant foundable for that maximum XP. Alternatively though, using the same kind of structure, looking at the encounters. Now this is for our oddity encounters, so we're not gonna deal with chances of departing and all of that, but in terms of if you are gathering fragments for those brilliant encounters, you would get 3 brilliant family XP per successful return. So let's say that you need 20 on the page. I don't actually have the full counts on my information, but let's say you need 20 poacher. So if I have my 20 poacher and I'm getting 3 each time to get to that 20, when I place the poacher, I'll get 5 brilliant family XP. Don't ask me why they're different. I don't know. I don't know where these numbers come from or in terms of how they decided these numbers. So I'm going to get my 20 groups of 3 plus my 5. And so that's going to be 65 brilliant total if I have the 20 and then I place. Now, alternatively, if I already have the 20 and it's full, I'll be getting 4 per return. So now if I'm looking at it, if I have another set of 20 and I'm getting 4 per return, I have 20 groups of 4, which is 80. So 80 is much more than 65. I guess not much more, it's 15. But if I keep doing that over and over, I'm going to be generating more brilliant family XP if I hold off, if I am able to be full on an encounter and then continue to return those without placing. And this kind of works a little bit when we're getting to the task way further along where we're going to need to be placing some images on this page, and that's not until the bonus. So my advice is just to hold off on placing those encounters, which coming from me is very difficult because I need to know what the dialogue says, but that you'll be getting a little bit more Brilliant Family XP if you hold off on the encounter for the Brilliance versus the Fortress Foundables for the Brilliance. That's That's the general advice. Oh gosh, and then I just realized for the last event, some people were rolling the RNG dice to try to get some brilliant XP from the brilliant port keys, but there is a challenge with that if you are limited in terms of port keys. So on the bonus, we'll have a port key task. I'll talk about that in a second. And then finally, on page 2, we have used 2 Barufio's Brain Elixir for 1 Dark Detector. Now, if you finish everything on this page, you'll get 750 Wizarding XP, 75 Brilliant Family XP, 3 restricted section books, and 10 spell energy. Page 3, we have return 15 Brilliant Snatcher, and that'll give you 2 Leaping Toadstool, brew any 7 potions for 4 ginger root. Okay, we're gonna ignore the fact that we're getting ginger root as a reward, but going back to page 1, we needed 2 tonic for trace detection at that first page. So my suggestion was to make sure that you had those 2 tonics and that they were ready. They were ready to collect for the page 1, but now we also have brew any 7 potions. So I anticipate that page 3 will slow down everyone unless you're going to spend gold to speed up your potions, depending on how you're strategizing and how much time you have during the week to play this event. So when you have that first page, you're grabbing those 2 tonics, and then you still have 2 more ready to go, and then you're gonna have to brew 5 more from there. So either renting the gold cauldron or spending gold or waiting it out. I mean, honestly, at this point, I feel like I'm just gonna wait out potion brewing, and I'll be using my ingredients for the fastest potions I have. I've been strangely stocking up on healing potion ingredients and also the basic extimulo, the regular extimulo. I've been saving those ingredients just in case this type of task comes up, and it's here. So to maximize the efficiency, use those short potions, and if you would like, you can use gold to speed things up. And then after you brew those potions, you're going to use them immediately. So use 5 potions in wizarding challenges. So I've been saving healing potion just for this occasion so that I can get through this really quickly. That's kind of, I have the fortunate luck of being with really, really skilled magizoologists who will revive me when I faint. So I tend to use healing potions for this type of task because I can stockpile them and then use them really easily. That will give you 1 hermit crab shell, and if you finish that whole page for 3, you'll get 1250 Wizarding XP, you'll get 75 Brilliant Family XP, 5 restricted section books, and 10 spell energy. Page 4, we're back to our classic challenge page where we have complete 5 wizarding challenges with 3 or more teammates, win 15 wizarding challenges, earn 7,500 wizarding XP from challenges. So there, even though I kept forgetting to do this during my live stream, I would recommend using Barufios, especially if you're going to be battling with other people, especially if those people are your friends, especially if you're going to do higher level chambers. You'll be able to get that 7,500 pretty decently if you're putting on a Barufios. You have to do 15 challenges anyway and get that going for all these spell books. You'll get 1 spell book, 1 spell book, 2 spell books, and then completing page 4 will give you the giant black spider, restricted section books, 5 of those, 5 Dada books, 50 coins, and 30 spell energy. Okay, so we are at the bonus. We're at the bonus. Here we go. Place 5 images on the Nocturne Alley registry page for this brilliant event. So 5. My recommendation was to save those encounters. You'll also have that giant black spider. Maybe you'll have enough for a candle to get that on there, and maybe enough for a second candle. I don't know, but perhaps you would have unlocked your brilliant port keys. I will get to that one in just a second. As you can tell, it's not a task I'm looking forward to because I keep bringing it up. Earn 12,500 wizarding XP for 1 spellbook. Now, I first looked at this and I was like, oh gosh. But then I went back because I feel like I need reference points, and I don't fully remember how this felt for me, but the first part of the August Brilliant event actually had 10,000 wizarding XP as a task on the bonus page. So let me know in the comments down below if you remember how that went for you, because I honestly have no memory of how fast this was, if it was frustrating, if it felt like just too much. I don't remember at all. I feel like August was back to school and everything from my memory of that month is just gone. Win highest chamber unlocked one time. So I'm just pointing out this word says win. It says win. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. 1 wit sharpening potion. If you want to hang out, me and other WooTubers regularly have live streams where we can hang out, beacon, and even if you're a little unsure about being able, if you have Dark 5 and you're uncomfortable with Dark 5, don't worry. We have lots of people in the community who are willing to help out and make that happen. And then we have use any 10 extimulo in wizarding challenges. So if you have the base one, if you want to use stronger ones, especially for taking down foes, like whenever I face a whole swarm of Acromantula, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just pop a strong extimulo potion and just try to make this go faster, conserve some spell energy. You'll get 10 spell energy for using those 10 extimulo in wizarding challenges, and it's any extimulo, that's what it says, that specifically, any 10. And then unlock 5 portmanteaus, which personally I'm not a fan. I have no issue saying that I'm not a fan of this task. One of the reasons, particularly during quarantine, particularly being in my personal circumstance where I am right now, I have been relying on completing the bonus to get those 5 fragments that are usually in the Brilliant port keys. But since we have to unlock 5 portmanteau anyway, I'm kind of leaning toward, well, I might as well unlock 5 brilliance so that I could place that image to count for one of those images also on this page. I don't know, what do y'all think about this one? You'll get a silver key for unlocking 5 portmanteau. I mean, that one's gonna be the most challenging for me personally. That one and probably the 12,500 Wizarding XP. I think those are the most challenging for me personally. Once you finish the bonus page, you'll get 2,000 Wizarding XP, 100 Brilliant Family XP, 5 more data books, a title, the Apothecary sign, and the 20 spell energies. So there you have it. That's the events. That's the event. That's the overview. That is literally all the information that I have right now. And those are my general reactions and thoughts in approaching the event. I know I'm personally excited to see who's going to talk to us, what they're going to say. I'm hoping that since the Brilliant family went from 500 down to 350, that's a sign that they're listening to the community feedback. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I feel like we're trying to figure out, okay, what are different kinds of tasks that we want to see? What are different tasks that are manageable? How can we, continue working on these events and exploring all the features of Harry Potter Wizards Unite while we're continuing on with these events. So let me know in the comments down below how you plan to prepare for this event, and what you're most looking forward to, and just how you're doing overall, because I feel like I'm just like in the middle of everything. It's October. It's time. It's time. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, Juan's ready.